bunch of exercises, I want to grab my cable and bring it straight down so I'm holding a straight line from the top, okay? This is your medium height. I'm going to do the same on both sides. I'm going to make sure those buckles are matching up. There we go, perfect. That's nice and even. Okay, we're going to use our suspension kit for the next duo of exercises. What I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my squats with my T-rows. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to start off, feet parallel, shoulder width. My toes are just beneath my knees. I'm going to go from here. I'm going to drop down into the chair and I'm going to go back up into a straight line, okay? I'm not going to come back up like this. I'm going to come back up into a straight line, dropping straight down and straight up. I'm going to complement this by going into my T-rows. So from here, I'm going to pull straight in and straight out, just like that. Holding that same position, driving back with my elbows. I want to get you guys to try this for yourselves now. Okay, so we're going to start off with those squats. Good form, just like that. So you guys can see Sarah's arms are extended, so she's not actually rowing at all. She's keeping those arms nice and still. She's dropping down into a perfect chair, 90 degrees there, and driving straight back up into a straight line. That's how you want to do these. Well done, Sarah. Keep it going, perfect form. We've got 15 seconds to go, and then we're going to switch it up to our T-rows. Now what you might be inclined to do is you might go too low and you're going to take advantage of a rest. I want you guys not to do that. What we want to do is we want to make sure your quadriceps are doing all the work, so you want to stop right here. Perfect. Let's change it up now. Go, T-rows. Good, so we're keeping the wrists nice and straight, and you can see she's driving with her elbows. Elbows are leading. Now as we drop back, we're making sure we're maintaining that straight line, so you're not allowing your hips to drop out. We're going to keep the back nice and tense, and we're going to keep working right up here in the thoracic region. Ten seconds to go, Sarah, and then we're going to drop back down to those squats. 3, 2, 1, arms straight. Let's go back into the squats. Good, we're keeping nice tight form the whole time. Now we want to make sure we're not arching up the spine too much. So as you come up, just a straight line is fine. What you don't want to do is you don't want to arch up and compress your lumbar region. We just want to keep everything nice and neutral the whole way. We've got 10 seconds to go, Sarah, and then we're going to change it to those T-rows. 3, 2, 1, change. Perfect. Again, just remembering to maintain that straight line the whole time. I'm going to help you with a small adjustment with this one, Sarah. Push back right there. There you go, nice and square, just like that. We've got 20 seconds to go. Keep pushing. We're going to get a chance to rest after this. All the way out, get that stretch and bring it home strong. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest time. Okay, so for this next exercise, using my suspension kit, I'm going to work in my chest press with my overhead tricep extensions. Watch from here, guys. So from here, I'm going to stabilize. I like stabilizing by touching them together right there, okay? Feet together, body's nice and straight. I'm going to drop from here and work them in. Elbows are dropping straight out, hitting that T, working my way back in. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to work it in with my overhead tricep extensions. I'm going to take a slight step forward because this one's a harder exercise than the chest press. I'm going to come up here and you can see elbows are by my ears, they don't move, and we're just going to work straight from there, hitting that straight line. I want to get you guys to try this for yourselves. Okay, let's start with our chest presses. Now you can see Josh is doing it a little bit differently to how I do it. He's driving it forward, which is how you do it when you're bench pressing with a bar. Now, there's nothing wrong with that technique. You can do that technique if you prefer. I personally prefer to touch and balance here. Gives me a nice stable point and I can keep going. You're welcome to do it whichever way you like, Josh. If you're used to pressing on a barbell, you're probably gonna prefer this version. Important thing is you've got to keep those elbows up, you've got to make sure you're hitting that T and you're driving it through the same way that you would if you're bench pressing. And step forward, let's change into those overhead triceps. Most notable thing with this exercise, you want to make sure your elbows are by your ears and they don't move. You want to keep them tucked in, you don't want to let them hang out. Good. Let's keep that nice, tight line. Good, so with the overhead position with this exercise, you're working your abs as well. Are you feeling that, Josh? 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into your press, go. Good job. I'm going to show you guys something with this exercise. So if I want to change the pressure, I can step forward and make life really, really easy. This is a nice easy press for me. If I want to make it hard, I'm going to step back. There's a whole lot of my body weight on this one now. Now this one's a much, much more difficult press. So what I want you to do is figure out where the perfect footing position is for you. Three more seconds, 2, 1, change it up. Step forward, go into those triceps. Same scenario with your triceps exercise. So to step back is going to make life a lot harder. If you really want to challenge yourself, step back. If you want to make it a little bit easier, especially the second time round, you can step forward a little bit. "15 seconds to go. Keep that nice tight line. Don't allow those elbows to drop out. Last repetition. Good job, have a rest. Okay, so for this next exercise, we're gonna use our suspension kit. We're gonna work some twisted clutches, and we're gonna work them in with a stiff front leg raise. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So from here, I'm gonna work my clutch and I'm gonna put a twist in it, just like that. Elbows out, and then I'm gonna twist. I'm gonna connect that elbow to the black part of my cable, just like that. What I'm gonna do with the second exercise, I'm gonna hold this same position here. I'm gonna go into a front leg raise, okay? Just there. Working that full range, not touching the floor. We're gonna switch them up. We're gonna do them with both legs. Your turn to try. Okay, I'm gonna work in with you guys with this one. Let's go to the clutches first. So you can see, knuckle to knuckle, knuckles don't leave each other, and the elbows staying nice and wide. It's at shoulder width. Getting those twists in, working the obliques as I work my biceps. "10 seconds to go. Keep pushing, keep up with me. And let's change it up. You can see I'm not touching the floor, so you've got to make sure you don't touch the floor either. The front leg is stiff. There's no bend in the knees at all. This is going to really start to burn you up. right at the top in the quadriceps. We're going to keep pushing through it. Let's keep working. We've got 10 seconds to go. And I'm going to change them up now. I'm going to get you to change too. Let's go back to those clutches. Now those biceps are going to start to burn up, but we've got to make sure we're keeping the same form. Don't let the elbows drop on this one. One last one, and change them up. So you can see, stiff front raise with the opposite leg this time. So exhale as you're throwing that kick out, inhale as you're resetting. Not long to go now, we've got 15 seconds. You keeping up? And time, have a rest. Okay, so for this next exercise, we're going to use our suspension cables, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine a hammer press with my chest flies. I'm going to show you how. So I'm holding my straight line, palm to palm, nice stable position. I'm going to go out, right into my hammer position, and press, just like that. Now what I'm going to do to complement this exercise is I'm going to work my chest flies. So from here, it's just like the flies you would do using cable crossover machines, except it's using your body instead. Just like that, suspending my body instead of moving weight. Your turn to try. Okay, I'm gonna work this one in with you guys myself. So let's go from here. I'm gonna hit those hammer presses, and you've got to make sure your body's staying nice and straight. You can see a mistake that you can make with doing this exercise is you leave your bum hanging. If I'm doing this, that's not a hammer press. You want to make sure your body rides along with you, just like that. Elbows are nice and tight, and I'm pushing straight out in front of me. Stabilizing when I'm resting, which is right here. We've got 15 seconds to go. Let's keep pushing. Start to change it up now. We're going to work those chest flies. So from here, I'm going into a T, soft straight arms, and pulling straight back in, just like that. We've got 20 seconds to go. Let's keep the pace nice and steady. Let's not slow down. So you can see I'm palm to palm the whole time. My fists don't change angles at all, and I'm keeping my wrists nice and straight as well. One last one, and we're going to go straight back to that hammer press. Go. We've got about 20 seconds left on this one. How are you doing keeping up? Keep fighting through it. Your triceps will be starting to burn around about now. We've got 15 seconds left on this one. Last rep, and I'm gonna go straight into my flies. I like to focus right in front of me, just like that. Make sure you're hitting that perfect T, 90-degree movements, soft straight arms. We've got about 20 seconds to go. Now, if this starts to get really difficult, you can step forward and just adjust the angle a little bit. Two more reps. Last one. Let's finish strong. And we're done. Okay, difficult exercise coming up using the suspension cables, guys. What I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna put my arms right in. I'm gonna grip with my elbows. I'm gonna create that triangle grip, palm to palm. I'm gonna work my way back. Okay, this one's gonna be a really difficult exercise. I wanna go as far back as I can. I'm gonna start swinging side to side into the grandfather clock. So my abdominals are tense the whole time. I'm keeping a straight line and I'm creating that movement by tweaking my obliques. This one's a difficult one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna offset it by doing one that's a little bit easier. I'm gonna step forward from this same position, one step forward, and from here, I'm gonna go straight into my calf raise. Just there, working the calf raises, full range, touching the floor, and coming straight back out while I'm maintaining my line. Let's get you guys to try it. Okay, so let's go palm to palm with your hands, Marilyn. I want to go palm to palm. Let's hold it that way. That's going to give you the strongest grip. And let's start to work that grandfather clock. Good. So you have to squeeze your obliques to stop and keep working through. If you forget to squeeze, you're going to overshoot. You might even fall over. We're going to try and avoid that. You want to make sure you're holding your straight line here. The problem most people have doing this exercise is as you start to get tired, you start to arch up your back and it's too much compression on your lumbar spine, so we want to make sure we're avoiding that. And step forward. Let's go straight into the calf raise. Go. Good, full range movement. She's still holding her straight line perfectly, and you can see the cables are resting on her shoulders. So with this particular calf raise, only a fraction of the exercise is out here. You're actually doing quite a lot with your abdominals. It's taking the focus. Using your calves, you're taking the focus off what you're actually doing. You're working out your abs. Three, two, one. Let's go into the grandfather clock. Good range of movement. I'm going to keep it slow and steady. Maintain that line. Make sure the back doesn't arch up. "15 seconds to go. Let's finish strong with this one. Three, two, one. Step forward. Let's hit those calf raises. Go. Good form. She's doing it perfectly. We've got 20 seconds to go. Hold that line up. I can see her starting to shake up a little bit, but that's okay. Fight through it. Keep that form. 3, 2, 1, and relax.